Natalie Wood, born Natasha Nikolaevna Zakharenko, later changed to Natasha Gurdon, was born in San Francisco to immigrant parents. At the age of 4, the family moved to the small town of Santa Rosa. Wood's mother, Maria, a former ballerina, a typical stage mother, encouraged her daughter to pursue acting. But the family was poor, and the only training young Natalie had was at the local movies watching the child stars of the day. Mrs. Gurdon's persistence finally paid off when director Irving Pitchell signed Natalie to her first contract, and her last name was changed to Wood.
And Natalie Wood also contribute to Hollywood's great pride in this unusual picture.
The highlight of her young career came when she appeared in the classic Miracle on 34th Street. Although the film is now a beloved Hollywood classic, 20th Century Fox did not think much of it when it was produced and dumped the Christmas film on the market in the middle of the summer. But the public loved it, and it established Natalie Wood as a major child star. Natalie continued making films, playing roles in various pictures. Here she is at age 9 in the 1947 movie, The Green Promise.
Hand me the worms.
Here you are, Susie. I'll do it for you.
No. It isn't fair to let others do an unpleasant thing you can do for yourself. Just because it's unpleasant.
Natalie's film roles became more and more substantial as she grew older and more beautiful. In 1955, she played the love interest to James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause. During this time, Wood also made television appearances, including this one on The Perry Como Show.
We have a couple of wonderful youngsters from Hollywood who were such a big hit in their first pictures together, pictures like The Burning Hills and The Girl He Left Behind, that they're being talked about right now as the new romantic team. Tab Hunter and Natalie Wood.
Warner Brothers was searching for a new romantic team. They paired Wood with Tab Hunter. It didn't work, and only 2 films were produced, but they gave the duo a big push, including this appearance.
Where's Tab?
Tab who?
No, you don't understand. You know, Tab Hunter.
Oh, him. I'm not talking to that road company, Tony Curtis.
Tab, would you come out here, please? Tab! Good argument.
No, I'd rather not speak to him.
Natalie, this is ridiculous. I just introduced you. Warner Brothers is investing an awful lot of money to make you the new romantic team. They spent a lot of money. You've been in pictures together. And here you are. I mean, this is no good. Besides, I think you have a responsibility to your audience. Well, if she wants to. How about you, Natalie? You want to kiss and make up?
I'll be glad to.
In late 1956, Natalie had a real romantic pairing with Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. It was a whirlwind affair, and Wood got caught up in the Presley mania of the day. But soon she became disillusioned with the king. It all came to a head after a visit to the Presley home, Graceland in Memphis. Wood thought Presley was actually a square and reported to friends, he can sing, but he can't do much else. The publicity surrounding the relationship ignited the jealousy of another would-be Wood beau, actor Robert Wagner. The young actor marshaled all his charm and courted Natalie day and night. It worked. They started to see each other steadily, and after only a 3-week engagement, they were married on December 28, 1957. Wood's career was in full gear, averaging 2 movies a year, including Marjorie Morningstar and the classic Splendor in the Grass. Then, in 1961, she got the coveted role of Maria in the 10-time Oscar-winning West Side Story. Over 100 actresses were tested for the part, but Wood was given the role Even more remarkable, considering her singing had to be redubbed by a professional singer, Marnie Nixon. Even so, Natalie Wood was paid $250,000, which catapulted her into the big money league in Hollywood.
Just kissed a girl named Maria, and suddenly I found how wonderful a sound can be.
By now, all wasn't happy. And towards the end of filming West Side Story, her marriage to Robert Wagner was in trouble. She leaves Wagner and takes up with Warren Beatty, her former co-star in Splendor in the Grass. New York columnist Dorothy Kilgallen wrote, "The way Natalie Wood and Warren Beatty are carrying on around New York, it's a wonder they have time to eat." Wood files for divorce from Wagner on April 17, 1962. Beatty eventually leaves Wood for a hat check girl he meets in a restaurant. 6 years later, in 1969, Wood marries for a second time to Richard Gregson. The 1969 film Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice was a highly controversial movie, the first dealing with sexual liberation. The film is a critical and financial success, and Wood earns over $3 million from her profit participation. Little Natasha Gurdon has grown up. On July 16, 1972, shortly after divorcing her second husband, she remarries Robert Wagner in a shipboard wedding. Their sometimes stormy relationship seems to be held in check, and the marriage is a happy one. Wagner has a successful television career going, and Wood slows her film career. Then in 1981, Wood begins filming a new movie, Brainstorm. Filming is almost completed when the news is flashed that Natalie Wood is dead. The events surrounding her death are still cloudy, but we know that early in the evening, Wagner, Wood, and her co-star, Christopher Walken, were at a restaurant. Some witnesses claim Wood was openly flirting with Walken. The two men did exchange words, and Wood left the scene. Later, Wagner and Walken also returned to the yacht. Here, the mystery deepens. Later that night, all three were on the Splendor. Wood departs the cabin apparently to leave the ship via the attached dinghy. The evidence suggests she fell into the water and drowned, but many unanswered questions still remain. Natalie Wood was dead at age 43, and Hollywood had lost one of its brightest stars, but gained another mystery.